Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amara. This is Tarot by Amara. So today's pick a card reading, we're going to look into your person and we're going to find out what are their true feelings for you. What is the truth in how they feel about you and your current love situation? So we are looking at this in the lens of romantic connections, but you are more than welcome to watch if you are inquiring about a friend. But my intention in this reading is to focus on love and romantic connections only. Now my last video got removed for a second. I don't know why they removed it. There was nothing in that video that indicated anything inappropriate, so I feel like I should, really filter what I say because I really don't want to have another video get removed, but it is back up and you are more than welcome to watch that as well. That reading was posted 2-3 days ago, and it was what your person could say to you if they could. I know you guys really love that reading, so if you did miss that and if you didn't see it show up on your subscription list, I would go ahead and watch that reading as well. There could be a message there for you. But today we are going to look into your person's thoughts and feelings, and we're going to see what is the truth and how they feel about you. I'm not taking any kind of personal readings at this time, but if you are interested in watching more tarot from me, you can follow me on TikTok. I haven't followed up on TikTok in a while. Like, it's been a minute since I've posted on there. I think I'm kind of falling off of TikTok and just wanting to focus on YouTube for now, but you're more than welcome to follow me there, and there could be a reading there for you that could resonate. But that being said, let's look into our pile selection. So pile number 1, we have the gift. Pile number 2, you have coffin. And pile number 3, you have the family room. So take a moment to pause the video, think about your person before choosing your pile. What I find to be helpful is if you close your eyes and picture your person in your mind. So picture their hair color, their eye color, their laugh, a specific memory that might come through for you, and then open your eyes and choose the pile that you feel most intuitively drawn to. Try not to overthink it. But that being said, thank you all again for being here, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your reading. We are going to look into your person and we're going to find out what is the truth and how they feel about you and your current love situation with them. So you guys chose the gift card, and I do want to talk about the gift for a second and what I've been feeling intuitively for you. So this card is really special because when I see gift, especially in a love reading, I think about how this person views you as a gift in their life. Like, you brought something really special into their life. They feel like you're very special. They feel like, I always look at the gift as like an ace of pentacles or an ace of cups, right? Like, it feels very like the universe is handing you something special. So I do feel like at one moment in time, this connection to you or to them felt like a gift from God or a gift from universe. You could have met them at a very specific time, like around your birthday, around Christmas, around, a certain, I'm getting for some of you, you could have met like at a wedding or just at a time where like there's gift giving. So birthday, Christmas, maybe even Valentine's Day around then as well. Something about a specific holiday date is coming through, so that could resonate with someone here, but they do feel like there's a specific moment in time, a specific date that you entered their life where they now have a hard time shaking off. So like, let's say every time the holiday season does come around, they feel your energy. They feel like, oh, I thought about pile number 1. This season is weird without pile number 1. Like, there's a bit of sadness to this as well. Some of you guys could be in like no contact, a separation, a breakup. It feels like I'm hearing a plane go by, so some of you guys could live at a distance as well, but it doesn't feel like you guys are in each other's lives right now. For some of you, it could be very little to no contact, but it just feels like you're not an active person in their life anymore. Um, so this is why the gift is here. It feels like this was a connection that was very gifted, that it felt special in some way. It was not an ordinary connection. It was much more than that, is what it feels like. Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick little shuffle here. Okay, pile number one. What is the truth and how your person feels about you? Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, Three of Cups. What is the truth and how they feel? Death. For a lot of wand energy, wow. A lot of threes, a lot of fours. Okay. So we have the King of Wands. The three, yeah, a lot of threes and fours. What is going on? And then we have the Sun. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this energy. I'm liking this energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. So when I see the Death card, I think about two people who have history, okay? The Death card in here indicates the death and the connection, okay? Like, this is something that's over, like I picked up on. I don't think that this is someone who is active in your life anymore. I do think they played a major role in your life. So, again, very special connection. I think that there was love here. I think that there was a compatibility. The two of you really liked each other. How things ended will solely be up to the viewer, right? And not getting a specific situation. It could have been due to maybe work or stability, but I can't give like a reason as to why things didn't work out. You can fit in that storyline. But I am seeing that the two of you did share some sort of history with one another. For some of you, this was like a long-term connection that ended. But with death comes rebirth. And I do see a possibility of, I see possibilities, okay? Because I see the Two of Wands here and the Three of Wands. And that to me talks about having the world at the palm of your hands, right? At the tip of your fingers. The ability to recreate something here, to work together, to reconcile, to reconnect in some way. Now, how they feel about you, the truth in how they feel about you is that you made them very happy, okay? You made this person very, very happy, like I picked up on in the beginning of your reading. With the gift card being here, they viewed this as something really special, okay? The Sun card being here, you brought a certain light into their life that is kind of irreplaceable, is what I want to say. You brought fun too with that Three of Cups. Like, this is very exciting energy. This is celebratory. This is going out with your friends and being a part of a community where you feel welcomed, right? I just feel like this person had a lot of fun with you. There was a lot of fun, right? You could have strong Leo placements, but there is something here about your person truly feeling like you brought some kind of hope and joy into their life that they've never experienced before. I think your person is someone who's very logical minded. This is someone who is a planner. This is someone who takes a long time in making a decision. I feel like this is someone who's very intellectual, so every decision that they make has to make sense. And I think you don't make sense, which is why the gift is here. This is why you chose the gift. You were a gift in this person's life. You changed their perspective on something. I think this is someone who has a hard time letting go of certain ideas, certain beliefs. They're very stuck in their ways. And I think you came along and just sort of brought in some kind of emotion into their life, because the only cup card we have is the Three of Cups. So this tells me that this person truly believes that you brought this kind of emotional understanding, this empathy, this love and nurturing in their life that they haven't really experienced before. Now, I will say there is a little bit of resistance here with that Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's something here about how your person truly feels like they can't let go of a certain idea that they've had for this connection or a certain path. Okay, I'm getting that someone here wanted to get married. I don't know if it was your person or if it was you, but someone here wanted a commitment that was almost there. But because there was some kind of ending or some kind of really difficult transition period going on in either your life or their life, that Four of Wands was unable to reach its full potential. There's a lot of energy here with possibility and hope, right? So I think that the truth in how your person feels about you is that there is still hope for this, that there is something that can be salvaged with that Death card. Like there's something here. I feel like this is someone who's like going through the rummage of what was lost and is able to find something there. I think the truth in how they feel is that they're having a hard time actually letting go of this, or letting go of the past, or letting go of what was. And so they're rummaging through what was lost and what was broken to try to find something, right? Maybe they're looking for a gift, like something that just, I'm getting someone, this kind of reminds me of like, you know when people take that like detector over sand to try to find some kind of treasure? That's what I feel like is going on with your person. They're trying to find you, or trying to find some kind of possibility for maybe a reconnection, something that reminds them of you, or like something that gives them some kind of hope, something that they can salvage out of this ending to justify, to make it make sense, right? To make it make sense that this can still work out. There's something here in their truth and what they believe is that this can like the two of you can still collaborate with one another. The two of you can still work on things. So the two of you can still plan your future. They're having a hard time letting go, is what I want to say. Maybe this was a fresh breakup or a fresh separation. But this is someone who's trying to salvage what was. What once was great, or something like that. Because I think that you truly made them happy. I don't know what happened here. You all are going to be in very different situations, but I do feel like this is someone who's just trying to make sense of what happened. They're trying to make sense of the ending. They're trying to be very logical minded about it. They're trying to be understanding of what is no longer tangible. The Seven of Wands being the overall energy, this talks about the fight, the defense, the pushing through. These are the Death card and the Seven of Wands. I feel like in this reading is very similar, where it's like not really wanting to let go. And maybe you're completely past this. Maybe you took this as like, yeah, this was someone who was very special, but it ended and that's it, right? This is someone who's just still trying to make sense of all of it. And that's their truth. They're trying to make sense of the ending, the breakup, you even. Instead of being free-spirited and being like, okay, this is just something that has ended, I can let this go, I can move on. This is someone who's trying to really look in the details of every single thing that has happened and have one solid reason as to why it didn't work out. And sometimes there isn't a reason. All right, let's move forward because I'm curious as to know what else is going on. What is the truth and how they feel? So we have the Page of Wands. They're feeling very passionate towards you. Okay, this is someone who still has strong feelings, I believe. Six of Pentacles. Oof, King of Wands. Wow. Strong, passionate energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool and the Ten of Swords. Oh, and the Queen. Oh, so we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. So this is someone who... Okay, I want to talk about this energy first. Let me just look at this for a second. Because I think they're still having a hard time. I think they want a new beginning here. They definitely want something new to happen with that Page of Wands. They want a fresh outlook on things. The King of Wands is also a very fresh outlook on things. Very exciting, very passionate, very motivated and driven to give you something here. Okay, I think they want a new beginning with that Fool card. A fresh start. And they might be a little impulsive about it. They might message you here with that Page of Wands. But they want to look at this in a fresh lens. Now, where you stand is solely up to you. But what I'm seeing here is someone who wants like not like a clean slate. That's not what I'm feeling. They just want a fresh perspective on y'all's situation is what it feels like. Now with the Fool card here and the Ten of Swords, again, they don't like the ending. They don't like this Ten of Swords. It's very uncomfortable for them because they can't make sense of the ending. They can't make sense of the betrayal, if that was there, or the pain. Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords here. This is also telling me with the Six of Swords is that they want to move forward. They want to move on. They want to get past the conflict with you. They want to look ahead. And you can see here the King of Wands is looking forward. The Page of Wands is looking forward. And with the Fool, he's looking back, but he's looking back in a way that's very like, let's forget about the past, let's move forward, is what it feels like. Now, where you stand is totally up to you. You might feel a little on guard with how they feel, but this is their truth, right? This is how they truly feel right now, which is wanting a new perspective on the situation, trying to make sense of it, and wanting a fresh start either way, is what it feels like. All right, so let's pull some oracle cards. What is the truth in how person pile number one's person feels. What is the truth in how they feel? Oh, okay, so we have intuition, heart song, telepathic communication, and inner knowing. We have beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. So again, they're very attracted to you. And we have hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So I think with this energy here, these top three cards, I feel like this person is actually having a hard time following their intuition on this. I think this is someone who's very, again, intellectual and is trying to make sense of the whole situation, your situation with them, that they're having a hard time following what their intuition is guiding them to do, which I think their intuition is guiding them to continue to have faith, to have hope that if this is your person's truth and how they feel about reconnecting or wanting a fresh slate, and that is possible if they continue to have hope here. So we have confessions, unveiling, coming clean, and messages, and then we have curse. So they could feel like there's an aspect of this connection that is cursed. I don't really like this card because I feel like this really resonates more so with the negative mind rather than hex and witchcraft. Like, I'm not even touching that. But this feels very much like your person's mind can get the best of them. So I would expect a confession to come through for some of you. It does feel like this person has some kind of hope and possibilities for this connection still. So I would expect some kind of confession come through from your person and them tell you how they feel about where their head is at. Should I pull one more? I'm going to pull one more. I usually just do 5, but... Oh, we have longing, craving, aching, and wanting. I don't think this person has moved on at all from you in the connection. I think, again, they're still trying to make sense of everything that's happened. I feel like for some of you, this was like a fresh breakup, but either way, what I'm seeing is someone who is just trying to understand, is what it feels like. That is their truth. Trying to understand, hoping and wanting maybe some kind of future with you still, some form of reconciliation or reconnection. So, pile number 1, I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. If this reading resonated with you, leave a comment down below. And I hopefully will get to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to look into your person and we're going to find out what is the truth in how they feel about you and the connection. So you guys chose coffin, and this, of course, reminds me of the death card. And with death comes rebirth, right? So I actually feel like this is a cycle has closed out between you and your person, okay? So this could mean that you have gone through an ending with this person, and a new one is beginning, possibly. This could mean that you're going through a stage of grief or loss over the connection currently. So some of you have gone through maybe a recent breakup with them or a recent ending. Halloween is coming through quite strongly. Maybe the two of you really love Halloween or dressing up for Halloween, but the fall time is coming through strongly as like a really significant holiday. But it also just feels like you have gone through many cycles with this person. Like, it feels like death and rebirth constantly. But I also feel like individually you've gone through some kind of significant change. Individually you've gone through some sort of ending in your life. They've gone through some kind of ending in their life. So it feels like the both of you are in a really intense transitional period. And it feels very uncomfortable. It feels like you're shedding your old self. It feels like you're shedding skin, literally, you know? Because I feel like maybe for some of you, you're even going through like body changes as well. Um, Someone here could be physically healing from something, or there's just a lot of changes happening, internal, external, both, right? Like it just feels like a lot. It feels kind of heavy. And this kind of also reminds me of like the Four of Swords, right? Something being put to sleep, something being put to rest. For now, right? Because I feel like I'm getting like zombie moment, right? Like something coming out of his coffin. So yeah. That's what's coming through intuitively for that. I'm gonna do a quick little shuffle. This also feels like I'm getting like expect the unexpected, like what you thought was dead is coming back to life, or what you thought was over, there's like more to the story. What you thought was over isn't really over. So pile number 2, what is the truth and how your person is feeling right now? What did I say? Expect the unexpected. The Tower. So we have the Tower, we have the Seven of Cups. Oops, there's a little hair. Yeah, maybe you're shedding hair right now. Someone here is shedding a lot of hair or losing hair. Or there's like something centered around like health and wellness. We have the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords. Those are too many. What is the truth and how they feel? There's that King of Swords again. He's been coming out a lot recently. Okay. So we have the Star, King of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Empress. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Heavy energy, pile number 2, but I was expecting this from you guys. It feels like to me that the truth and how they feel about you is exactly what you would expect them to feel about you, which is they view you in a very high regard. With that Empress and that Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who puts you on a pedestal for sure. This is someone who has the awareness and understanding that you are very valuable and that you're very special and you're very unique and that you're above, it's like you're beyond what they would want in a person. Like you're everything that they could want, but much more. So how they feel towards you is that, okay, that is the truth and how they see you, which is very, very special. Now, how they're feeling right now as well is confused. There's a lot of conflicting energy. There's a lot of anxiety and conflict and internal struggle happening with your person right now. They're feeling very, very confused. Again, this is that transition period I was talking about. This is that kind of uncomfortable feeling of rebirth. It's a really uncomfortable change that's happening with your person right now. with that Tower card being here, they're feeling very out of control, feeling like their life is kind of out of their own control. They're going through massive changes. And through these changes, they're seeking hope. With that Star card, they're seeking some kind of something that they can lean on, right? Because there's a lot of anxiety and stress going on with your person. And I feel like it's outside of you, because you're over here in this corner, right? And they so badly want to be over here with you, but they can't. There's something here. There's a blockage here. I feel like this is one side and this is another. So there's something going on with your person that maybe you don't really know about, but even if you did, it would be hard for this person to manage being in a relationship, a connection with you, and also deal with the changes that are going on in their life that are really out of their control. Because that's what the Tower is. It's unexpected change. It's change for the good, though. The Tower and then the Star, that's dark to light. Through the darkness there is light. So there is something here about, as your person is going through these changes, there's a little hope in the air for them. They're wanting to cling on to hope through this anxiety, sleepless nights, stress, whatever they're dealing with. They're wanting to have some kind of, I think maybe even mental clarity, especially since the King of Swords is here. They're wanting some kind of like something to clear their mind of confusion and stress and anxiety and frustration even. This is a lot of like conflicting energy. Now, if we look over here, there's a newness. Because the page is, it's fresh energy, it's new energy. I think this person is still very curious about you. With that Page of Swords, like, is this someone who's very passionate towards you, excited, they're curious. But it feels like they go from the King of Swords to the Page of Swords, which is essentially in tarot kind of like a downgrade, because it's like a page and then it's a knight and then it's a king, but it's kind of the opposite. But I think it's because your person is going through an immense amount of change, that how they show up next to you, how they're facing this Empress is a page. They're starting anew here. That's that rebirth. So literally their old self is like shedding, and they're like baby King of Swords here. And I don't think that is something that you're kind of being wary about. Again, you know how you feel. This is how your person feels. And they're conflicted because that's not how they really want to approach you. Because I think maybe in some sense you've only known them as this King of Swords. So they're coming in with a new energy, or they will be. That Eight of Wands, it's fast communication. It's passionate, it's exciting, but there is a conflicting energy going on internally with your person because they've gone through so much. So their truth is that they still have an interest in you. I think they still like you, and I think it's because they hold you to a high regard. They hold you to a pedestal. And right now, if you haven't heard from them, or if you've been wondering like what they're doing, I think they're really going through it. They're really going through it. And it's like, instead of dragging you into this, maybe they're keeping you at a distance. But they're feeling very confused right now. There's no clear... Your person doesn't have a clear head, is what I want to say. There's fear, there's anxiety, there's stress, there's sleepless nights, there's confusion, there's external changes going on. Curious as to know the star is really guiding them to have hope, to have faith, to believe that they can come out of this transition period in their life with a fresh set of eyes, a fresh perspective, to believe in something, right? Because it's rough energy. It's really rough. All right, let's see. What is the truth and how they feel. I thought one flipped over, but I don't know. So we have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, they're feeling so lonely. They're feeling lonely. They're really lacking in faith is what it feels like. I don't know what your person is going through. I don't. Maybe there's a job loss or some kind of financial loss. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they've actually dealt with some kind of death, but feels like they're struggling. They're struggling. Oh my god, I said this. I said this in the beginning. Four of Swords, something being put to rest. Something being on a pause. We'll talk about that. Ooh. Do I want to take this? No, I'm going to put that back. But that Hermit card is also an indication of like pause, reflection. Oh, Nine of Cups. That's sweet. Right on the Empress. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. I will say your person is a work in progress. This whole thing is a work in progress. How they're viewing the situation, the truth in this situation is that it is a work in progress, because whatever's going on with your person is out of your control and it's out of their control. So Five of Pentacles, like I said, they're dealing with some kind of loss. They're feeling lonely. They're having a lack of faith. They're being guided to have hope and to have faith in the situation, with or without you. They need hope in their life. They need prayer. They need something to get them going, which is why the Star card is there. The Four of Swords, they're being guided to rest, to take a pause, to take a breather. So there is probably silence between the two of you with that Four of Swords. And I think that oftentimes can cause confusion with your person as well, because they don't know where you stand. Maybe you are their hope in their life. Maybe you are their light, right? Maybe they don't have to go through whatever they're going through alone. But right now, what it seems like is that things are being put to pause. Things are being put to rest. Old beliefs, fears, anxieties, confusion, something's being put to rest. And your person is being forced to take a pause in the aftermath of what is to come. Because look at how these cards are placed. I think in the middle here is where your person is transitioning into, or where this is being transitioned into, which is pause, reflection, take a break, take a breather. Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment that they've been seeking, which could possibly be with you. But I will say that the Eight of Pentacles here, it being a work in progress, it being not as simple as maybe you think it will be. But I think the Empress, if you really resonate with that energy, she allows things to just unfold. There's no force with the Empress. I think that you understand that this is a work in progress. Even if you were to possibly reconnect or if that's something that you want, that work in progress is something that you would have to have awareness of, and I think you do. But I think in general, their truth is a work in progress. They are a work in progress. They have transitioned into something completely different after whatever this is, whatever they're going through. So this is the one that flipped over. It was the Six of Wands, which is success, victory. And the Four of Wands, stability, marriage, engagement, commitment, union for some of you. But again, this is all the energy of a work in progress. It's gonna take work to get to where you want with this person. Their truth as well that they need to understand is that it is going to take some work to get to where the two of you want to go. So let's pull some oracle cards. What is the truth in how they feel? So we have divine masculine energy. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. So they're not able to think. There's that Seven of Cups. They're not really able to think clearly right now, because they have so much shit going on. It's kind of impossible to think clearly as to how they feel about you, especially if you're like, if this is like a newer connection, and you guys are in contact and you're getting mixed signals. There's a reason for that. It's not that they're not interested, right? They just can't. They can't. Yeah, conflicted. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. I don't think this person has other options. It just feels like they have other stuff going on, is what it feels like. Oops. So we have intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding, and we have withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. So yeah, there's that Four of Swords. There's that kind of like withdrawal energy. Let me remove my energy from pile number 2. Let me sit, pause, reflect. I'm gonna pull one more. Intimacy, they are attracted to you. Again, there's that interest in wanting to bond with you, wanting to confide in you, but can't. Oh, breaking point, limit, final straw, and overwhelmed. Yeah, they're feeling hella overwhelmed right now. They're at their breaking point. They're really struggling. This is why your person has that star here, being guided to have hope, to have faith that they're able to come out of this, whatever situation that they're in. The ability to have that strength. So right now it's looking like their truth is that they like you, but they can't be with you right now, which I know sounds super cliche, but I think it's much more complicated than that, because all of you guys are going to be in very different situations, which is why I said work in progress. This is a work in progress. This may not be what you wanted to hear, but it is their truth right now. Some of you guys could have an intuitive ability that they are going through a lot, that they're going through massive changes in their life, and that they have other responsibilities, other very serious life decisions that they're needing to make right now outside of you. But I still think that they're interested with that intimacy card. There's a need to bond with you, to confide in you, to connect with you, but I just think that there's no cards of action here right now. But they are being guided to have hope in this. So, pile number 2, I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe and leave a nice comment below. But thank you all again for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We are going to look into your person, and we're going to find out what is the truth in how they feel about you and your current love situation with them. So you choose the family room, and there's a lot of messages coming through for you guys, pile number 3. There's a lot of intuitive messages coming through. I think a lot of you guys chose this pile. Immediately, when I think about family room, I think of other people's opinions, okay? I think about this person possibly receiving advice or opinions from other people. Now, this could even be friends, but I think that for some of you, when I said that, you have an intuitive knowing that this person is like, if they're close with their family, and you know that, then I think that there is a part of you that potentially believes that this person is receiving advice, opinions from other people. And I think it makes you feel not good or just hurt. and frustrated that your person could be easily swayed. But I think there's a part of you that also feels like curious as to what is being said and what they're hearing. Now, with this family room, there's a group of you also who are like interracial. So there's a group of you that are with some where your person is like maybe of a different background and you are a different background. So interfaith, interracial. And I think that plays a role into how your person feels and how you feel about the connection. And there's another group of you, that's why I said there's a lot of messages coming through. There's a group of you where you've known this person since childhood. So this is a connection, like a long-term connection, where it feels like you've met through family or your family introduced you to this person and that's how you know each other. And with this family room as well, I feel like there's a group of you that are dealing with someone who's in complete isolation. COVID is coming through all of a sudden. Maybe you met through COVID, 2020. Yeah, 2020, 2021 is coming through. There's just an emphasis on like that time period. Maybe some of you, like if you were married to this person and you have a family, COVID could have really driven your family apart. Like divorce, like being home all the time. Maybe there was some kind of strain due to COVID. Yeah, I don't know why it's coming through. So that was for someone out there. So maybe for some of you are on the brink of a divorce or you're on a separation with this person. But you all are going to be in very different situations, so I don't want to just choose one thing. So, pile number 3, what is the truth in how your person is feeling about you and this connection? Oof, the Emperor. Straight out the back. Emperor wanted to come through. They're very serious. Very serious. This could be someone who is very close with their family. Like, family is everything to your person. But the thing is, like, the Emperor is not someone who's easily swayed by other people. Like, they're their own person. They have, like, their own set of beliefs. They're very set in their beliefs. So maybe you're dealing with someone who's very traditional. So they do value maybe their family's opinions. They could be a little older than you as well. What is the truth in how they feel? Strong masculine energy, very strong. They're like wanting to be known right now. They're like, pay attention to me. I'm the boss. I'm the man of the house is what's coming through. Oof. I don't like that. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that's coming through. We'll talk about it. For some of you, like, this person's father makes a huge, like, there's like father wounds, or they really look up to their dad. Their dad is playing an influence on this somehow. Queen of Pentacles, there you are. There you are. We have a divine match here, divine pair. And the 10 of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of family issues coming through. This is the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. There is strong masculine energy coming through, whether that's your person or your person's father or grandfather. There's someone here. I feel like some of you married into this. Or are you there's a group of you that are married to this person, or you're about to be married into this family, or you've talked about getting married into this family. Like, this feels like a long-term connection. um hey, maybe some of you guys are new into the connection, and you're now seeing family dynamics that are freaking you out a little bit. um but it does feel like there's a huge emphasis on the father, or like the man of the house, that's caused some heartbreak between the two of you. It's caused some pain. It caused a separation. Other people's opinions, other influences have caused some kind of drama or conflict. Money seems to be an issue. Maybe your person took money from their father, or they have generational like money somewhere. um these are feeling like adult life issues that I'm picking up on, like serious business, like huge on family dynamics. I don't know what you're tied into. If you're a feminine watching, you probably understand, but it feels like you're in a situation that is tough because you admire and love your partner, and marrying into this or being with this person means being with their family as well. I'm getting a lot of like in-law dynamics, father-in-law, mother-in-law stuff coming through. Oh, I'm having a hard time. This always happens when I see the Emperor or the King of Pentacles. It's harder to, for me as a reader, to be like, this person isn't thinking about their feminine watching, or like the feminine that they're dealing with. Like, if you're watching this and you're a woman, okay, I know I have different watchers, right? I know men watch as well, but if you're a woman watching this, I feel like you can understand what I'm trying to say, because you can see the way the King of Pentacles here is looking at the pentacle. He's looking at what he values, right? The Queen of Pentacles is kind of holding the pentacle up in a way that's very, this is important to me, but in a different way. It's more, how can we nurture this pentacle? How can we turn this pentacle into something that is going to bring us as a couple, as a partnership, emotional fulfillment? Whereas the King of Pentacles is looking at this in a way of like more success, more growth. But this is where it gets like difficult, because I think that, again, all of you guys are going to be in different situations. So what your person values and what their truth is and what they believe stems from what they've known, what they've grown up with, what they believe in since childhood. But I think it's causing some kind of strain on your partnership with that Three of Swords. It's causing heartbreak, especially if they've chosen something that their mother believes in, that their father believes in, that other people's opinions, like, that's hurting you. There's hurt here, is what I want to say. Now, with the Temperance card being here, there's healing that needs to happen. There's something here that needs to be healed. Whatever's causing conflict, there's an imbalance, right? So the Temperance card is being like, let's reevaluate, let's address certain issues, let's address the conflict. I think you in the situation feel like you don't need more, you have enough with the Page of Pentacles. Like we have enough in the family. Like, we're good. We don't need all this. We don't need any more money. We don't need, like, you feel like you live a very comfortable life, like you're happy with what you have. Whereas your person, and this is where that wound comes in, feels like they need more. And I think it's driving some kind of strain or heartbreak in the partnership, because it's like you guys are looking at things in a different, you're the same person, you are the same person, right? You're very compatible, but there's something here that's causing a strain in what you value or how you view things in whatever situation that you're dealing with. Now, for those of you who don't really resonate with the marriage, you could feel like your different backgrounds or your different ways of like how you grew up or family dynamics is affecting the way that your person commits to you or communicates with you. Like there's just a strong emphasis on family dynamics and childhood wounds that are causing heartbreak in the separation or in whatever love situation that you are in with your person. How they truly feel about you and the connection is impacted or affected by the family room energy, which is what they know to be true. So if they're being told from other people that you wouldn't be a good match for them and their family, that is something that they believe, right? Which is hard to hear. Is it the truth? No, because they're being influenced by other people. I need more information. I don't know what the hell is going on. Stress, anxiety. There's a lot of conflicting energy. Queen of Cups. There's people involved. Magician. That Queen of Cups, it's giving mother. It's giving mother. It's the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Wands. So, yeah. Influenced by other people. Other people's opinions. Strong influences. That's affecting how this person believes and what they believe. Which I find as a reader kind of strange, because they're the King of Pentacles, you know, like the King of Pentacles is a very successful, very stable person, which is true, which is what your person could be. I think everyone here is very, very stable and has their own beliefs and is strong-minded. There's a lot of passion here. But the King of Pentacles is not like an emotional person. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't lead by their emotions. They lead by what's practical. So it makes it harder for them to be like, no, I want, my heart desires pile number 3. I don't care what you think. That's not what's happening here. This person cares about what their family thinks. But I don't think I'm having a hard time understanding what the reasoning is, because it could be anything. Could be anything. So many of you guys are watching. I don't know what the deal is. You know, there's plenty of reasons why they believe that they can't be with you, right? Maybe it is a different culture, religion, or whatever. Because the King of Pentacles is very set in their ways. Okay, we're talking about Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So these are not very open-minded, at least to me. And you could be the same as well, right? Open-minded energies. This is stubborn. This is set in your set in your ways. So I will say the truth in how they feel about you won't be revealed unless your person detaches from this kind of conflict and gossip in their life. Five of Swords is my gossip energy. There's other people involved in this. I don't think your person actually truly knows what they feel. The only cup cards here are the Queen of Cups, which I think is another person's energy. And then the Ten of Cups, which I think is yours. I don't think, because you can see the way this King of Pentacles is looking at that pentacle with reevaluating, valuing, seeing where the investments lies. I want to clarify what that Magician is, though, because what's happening with this Magician? I don't know what the Magician's about. The Chariot. Okay, that's good. Things moving forward. Oh, Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay, this person needs to let go of what has been taught to them. Which I think is going to be very hard for them to do. We have the Wheel, Death, and then the Lovers, and then the Tower card. So, oof, they're about to go through some stuff. The Winds of Fate. This is a very special connection. Whether they believe that or not right now, I don't think they do. I think, again, they're being swayed by what they've only known their whole life. The Tower card is here to change up their foundation. So I think there's going to be changes that are occurring with your person. Massive, massive transition period for your person. Unexpected change with the Wheel and the Tower. It's like this person's going to have a wake-up call as to what really matters. Maybe they lose something with that Death card. Because something is going to make them realize. The Lover's card talks about, yes, a divine connection, yeah, sure, but it talks about a choice. I think for those of you who are married or going through a separation, I think this person will realize, like, no, you were right. Like, I should have always chosen you over my mother or over my father, or, you know, I think they're going to have that realization. For others of you, this person, like, if you're not together and this is like a separation, or if this is like a newer connection or whatever, just take it how it applies. But I feel like this person is still going to go through some kind of major life changes for them to realize, like, you are important. Like, this is what's important in this connection. Oof, that's tough. These are very, very intense energies. So let's pull some oracle cards here to see what is the truth. Soulmates. I really hate it when other people get involved in relationships. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Why are you getting involved? You know? Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Ugh, what did I say? They're gonna have a realization about you. Oh, healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing, and loyalty. Yeah, they're needing to heal from, like, childhood stuff, attachments to family. What they're loyal to is what they already have, which is you, right? Realizing that the connection is really important. I think for a lot of you, this person needs to run from certain family dynamics and beliefs. Become invisible. right? Choose to heal, choose to walk away from whatever messy dynamic they're in. Spying. So there could be spying going on, right? Trying to see, especially if you're in separation, trying to see what you're up to, trying to see what you're doing, right? But overall, I think that, like, they're gonna have a massive awakening to know that, like, their family may say, like, oh, I want the best for you, but the best for your person could be you, right? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Pile number 3, I hope this reading resonated with you. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if it did resonate with you, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye.